Hey, what's up guys? Today we're checking out the latest release, I think from Mess Toys. I think I'm a little bit late for this review, but anyway, here we have it. It's the Superior Spider-Man and let's begin. Let's first see how he looks, because for me, I think the looks for a third-party figure, it's really good. It's really impressive, the work they have managed to create along these few years. I think they don't have too much doing this stuff. As we know, this is just like a recycle of a model of the Yamaguchi model, the Spider-Man 2.0. So let's see if they created to work on something new. Maybe you see that in this area it's a little bit shiny, but it's because I applied some oil because this part was really stiff to move, and I think that's the only complaint I have about this figure. This figure, honestly, for a third-party job or a third-party brand, it's doing an amazing work. Honestly, I have the City Toys, how it's called, the Agent Venom, and that one I don't think it really feels cheap, but this one does not feel that cheap at all. Maybe because it's a matte finish, it feels a little bit cheaper, but obviously compared to one of these figures, which are also the Yamaguchi line, and this one is a bootleg that I used to do some stuff with this one because he really had some bad QC issues. But comparing him to a brand, like an official brand, it's, you really notice the difference. But if you have him on your hands, he really feels good. I mean, you don't feel that I don't know, bootleg vibe. I don't know if I'm explaining it too well, but okay, let's see the details. He has some sculpted webs. I think most of the Spider-Man fans love that stuff. I see that online pretty often. And here we have the design. It's pretty accurate to the comics. He has his bracelets. I don't know if these are web shooters. I don't remember that well. He has the painted gloves, or well, the red hands. And I think the paint application, it's not bad. You can see here, it's not, parts are not cheap, or like are not well applied, sorry, and parts are not well applied, and you can see here, like, you can appreciate here the difference, like on the hands. You don't see like some red stuff leaking or some stuff like that, but the hands are pretty damn good. They're doing some amazing job, and I'm ready to check out their new products. Like, well, if I like them, like the Venom they're going to release, or maybe the Invincible. One thing I did is crop the parts of the knees, because they added the spikes this one has. I'm going to compare him in a little bit. So yeah, he looks really cool. I think the only new part is the sculpt on the shoulders, and some sculpt here to avoid some gapping when you move his neck like that. Here you do not see it, but obviously you're going to appreciate the gap here. But yeah, the job is really well done. Everything looks great. The red application may not look better on camera, but on my eyes, it looks so much good. It looks so well. Now let's compare him to the 2.0, which is the sculpt they used for this kind of figures. I don't know if the other Spider-Mans they released have the same sculpt on the shoulders. I don't have it on hand, but you can clearly see here the difference of the shoulders. And as I was saying, on the gap of the neck, as you can see here, you can see much more than here. Well, I think it's the same. No, you can see there that it's a lot better. It's a lot of gap. And as for the shoulder blades, I think they decreased the size of the shoulder blades also. You can see this one, it's touching, it has less gap here, like, and this one, yeah, I think they did some shorter shoulder blades, as you can see here. This one almost fully covers the spider symbol, and this one, I mean, obviously this one is bigger, but it's not covering at all. And as for the knees and legs, they are the same. So you can see here that this is the part that I cropped, these spikes, because why do I need them? I don't know why they added it. I think in their most recent models they have released, Yamaguchi removed this piece, like the Chun-Li, the Yuri. Well, Yuri doesn't use this system, but the Saitama, the Venom, they don't have those knee spikes. And as for the articulation, again, it's, if you have this one, it's almost the same articulation, just that the shoulders do not go all the way like the full 180. Oh, and these ones fall pretty easily. Look here, this one can do this, but this cannot, obviously, because of the shoulders, they are bigger. And yeah, I like them both. I don't know, I don't have any issue with it. I don't know if you guys have any problem with this kind of articulations Yamaguchi uses, but for me, no problem at all. Let me put him here, like gazing. And you may be wondering why they are on the background, because I wanted to compare it to the three of them, like size, and I don't know if articulation now, but only the size and how it looks next to the figures, you know. Now, as for the head articulation, we can see he can look up really good, look down, do your regular movements, you know, like always Yamaguchi. I think it's improving this area. Well, Mesh Toys. And now, as for the double jointed, I don't know if it's a double jointed, but it's a ball peg elbow. I think it looks better than a double jointed. And the wrists are your usual wrist, pegs, shoulders, bicep swivel, and movement. I think it's pretty easy to understand. Shoulder blades, again, to a full range of shoulders, and for a full close of shoulders. I really love this. I really love the Yamaguchi 2.0 body, and I think that I always thought that someone is going to copy this, and I think they got the files, the official files, and just modified it. So I thought that they sculpted from zero, sorry, and no, I was wrong. Now, as for the upper part, it's this movement, now the upper chest movement, and combined with the torso does a pretty good job, as you can see. And what else? The legs, again, the legs for Yamaguchi always kick on an angle. They don't kick like straight, you know. And for the back, again, I don't like this because they have like triangular butts and they create some weird movement here. So I don't know why they do that. They can create some normal kicks, but whatever. And as for the, what is this part called? The knees. The knees, I think it's not a double jointed, but it's better than a double jointed knee. I love this because it doesn't look weird and it doesn't look like a super extra large knee. You know what I'm saying? And some calf rotation, some calf movement, and I don't know if this rotates. I don't know. I don't wanna prove it. And your wrist movement. Sorry, the ankle movement. It's the regular toe pivot. And yeah, the poses he can manage in a few seconds if you have some knowledge about this body. You can create some good poses in a couple seconds. Just imagine here's the web and he's swinging, you know. Let me see if I can create some running poses. I cannot see pretty well because of the like this one looks like he's running or changing of direction almost, or like a tackle. You know, you can create every pose you want in every way you want. Maybe like a little bit of Olympic style pose. I don't know, like something like that, or swinging, like some deep, heavy swinging. Just take your time. You can improve in a couple of days, months, years. I don't know. You just have to improve and be better. Now, let's move on to the accessories. And as far as the accessories go, I think he does a pretty good job with it. Like I really love what they did. Here we have the fists, you know, your regular fist. And just to mention, if you have this figure, he has the same kinds of accessories except for a few ones which really have really create some good like it's really good that they did this. But here we have the open hands, kind of open swinging flying hands, you know, like I'm falling or swinging. They have, let me just work on this one. You can see here it has some spikes on the fingers, and again the paint job application is really well done. You can see the details of the veins of the hands, you know, like these parts of the hand. Well, my hand doesn't appear, but these lines, you know, that connected the fingers with the arm, you can see them really well. And compared, I'm just going to compare these ones, and the next you're going to imagine it, because it's such a haste doing it with every single one. But here we have the difference. This one is glossy, these ones feel like sturdy, you know, and these ones obviously bent more. As you can see, they bent more. These ones are more sturdy, and they feel, I mean, they feel expensive. They feel really well done. These ones are also sculpted, and these ones, again, just the spikes on the fingers, the really good paint job, and again the details of the hands and knuckles and everything. I think they really created a good job with this. But again, we have the pair of sweeping hands, the pair of relaxed hands. I guess these are relaxed. The relaxed hands. I don't know which one you want to use it. Maybe for I don't know, holding a mask or something like that. We have the crawling hands, which are the really wide open crawling hands. I don't know if you guys use these ones. I don't use them very much. Like crawling poses, you know, I don't like them very much because you cannot create too much photos with it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Again, some not so extended crawling pose hands. This one had more issues on the hands. You can see some paint job issues. And these are unique of the figure, which, I don't know. Yeah, these are like glowy hands. These are originally sculpted by them. So there you have it, some a pair of extra hands. Now for the faces, we have an unmasked face, and the paint job, I mean, it's really well done. It's really well done. They for a bootleg, they really, well, for a third-party brand, they always mess up with the faces, and this one is really well done. You can see here. I don't know if he looks alike, but for me, well, for me he looks like Max Steel. So there you have it. An unmasked head, well, semi-unmasked head. You see here the mouth, the nose, and yeah, I think it looks great. I don't have any trouble with it. A neck. Oh, sorry. Let me just. Now here we have a unmasked neck. You can interchange his neck. Let me just grab him a little bit. I don't want to do this too much, but you have to be careful because it's kind of difficult to put it. You just have to put him on an angle because it won't fit like that. You just add some pressure and you add it. I don't want to do that, but yeah, you just unplug it and plug it. It's really easy to change. Just be careful because of his shoulder blades. I think they well, no, I was thinking of maybe if they can remove this part, but I think it's necessary on this figure. So yeah, there you go. And oh, there we go. Let me just put him back. And you have the robot, the arachnid robot. I think, well, they could have made it smaller, but yeah, it's pretty big. And as for the web accessories, these are the 2.0 web accessories, and these are the ones for this figure. I think they could have added some shading, like a black shading. I don't know, some basic shading, so it would look like a comic book. You know, I don't use normally the webs of the figures. I always create mine, and here are the ones again for 2.0, and the ones that came with the figure are the right ones. Look, these are the ones. That's why I rather create the webs on my figure, and that's why I don't normally use these ones. And now for the bionic legs or the octopus legs. Here you go. You can see it. They are an original sculpt. That's why I brought the Iron Spider, because let me just. They are the bionic arms are and we have the bionic arms or the spider arms that go on the back. They are an original sculpt, and that's why I wanted to compare it with the Iron Spider one, Iron Spider-Man ones, because they are so much different. I don't know if these are like the ones that look like in the comics. I don't know if it looks like this. I don't have the clear image in my head, but I have a text about it. And these are the ones from Iron Spider. And I thought that they were going to be just red painted like these ones, but no, they managed to create some new parts. And I really love that these ones are more easy to use on the figure than these ones. These ones always like mess it up, you know, like they always, when you try to move your Spider-Man, you have to be careful with these arms. I rather much these ones, you know. Okay, so the last part of this review, it's the height comparison. As always, well, the almost last part of this review. And here you have it next to the Iron Spider. The Iron Spider has really big legs compared to the other Spider-Mans. I think it's a few inches, or well, a few centimeters bigger. I think he's a few centimeters bigger, or not. Yeah, like, well, yeah, like a millimeter or two. I don't know. It's the difference is, it's obvious he has a different sculpt, except from the legs. I think the legs didn't change that much. But there you have it, next to the Iron Spider. Now next to the Spider-Man. Spider-Man is tinier compared to the male figures, obviously. You can see here they are, yeah, it's obvious the difference. And as for the not so much original figure, he has some different, I think it's the same height. Yeah, it's the same height, as you can see. So there you go. You won't have any scale issues with this figure, even though it's a bootleg or third party. I don't know if there's a clear difference with these ones. Now the final thoughts I have on this figure. My last opinion. As you know, I don't know if you get always to this part of the video, but it shouldn't matter. If you like the figure, just buy it. That will be always my recommendation. And as for my objective recommendation on this figure, you should go for it. He's a really good choice if you're a fan of the series, if you're a fan of Spider-Man, if you're a fan of the character itself. He's a really good decision to make. I think he will be a great addition to your shelf. And for the price, it's really worth it. It's easily a 9 out of 10, just because I don't want to put him on a 10 out of 10, only because I'm petty. And the materials always, they obviously feel cheaper compared to the real ones, but it's such a great job that you won't notice the difference, you know. This figure is really good. He's a really good figure. He's a really good character. And I love this. I love this, that brands like these ones are doing so much good jobs on a cheaper price. Because, well, in Mexico, the figures are really going up on price compared to like before, because of all of that China stuff and all of that stuff, you know. And the original figures are getting so much expensive compared to before. So if you want to buy a cheap figure but a good one, this is your choice. And I expect that Mesh Toys will do some better job out there and will improve, and maybe hopefully they will start releasing their own sculpts, or they will modify some parts of this one, because there are some unnecessary parts on this original sculpt, the Yamaguchi sculpt, that they need to remove, like these knees. They are always like, why do we need spikes? Also this articulation, we don't need it. We don't need that stuff, you know. Like the like covering these parts, it's a really great choice. But some other stuff, they can move it, they can change it, they can update it. But yeah, let's see what they do in the future. And yeah, I think that's all of my thoughts. And if you wanna subscribe, go for it. I'm really doing these reviews just for fun. I'm not expecting everything much, you know. Like, I'm just doing it for fun and see if this review helps anybody out there, you know. Okay, so see you next time. Hope you like this video. give it a good like, comment whatever you think. Like, I do not care, I will read it, and comment whatever you like. What about, I don't know, what you guys think on the Epstein files. I think it's a little bit late to give an opinion about that, but there you go. So see you next video. Bye bye.